Welcome back to another video. It's Friday and you know what that means?
It's Top Fuel Teachers time.
So today we're joined by one of our students here, Olly, and Chris is going to be telling us all about developments with the project bike. So Chris, what's been happening?
So first thing, we've got some books. I've basically bought these so we know what the bike used to look like. As you can see, with fairings, it's a big different bike. I bought two books as I could not find a set book for the 1990 ZZR 1100. This covers both the engines. This one is more of a detailed description. This one has big pictures. I like big pictures. You can see how something goes back together.
Are you going to colour them in?
I think I will colour them in. It does have a coloured wiring chart in there, which makes it a lot easier to explain to the students, get the live wire, get the red wire, etc. Also, we've taken the lights off. Now, these lights provide more of a classic Street Fighter look. Now, I don't know about you, I like them. AD likes them, but our students do not. They prefer the new modern day LED diamond shape. So I'm going to put it out to you. Do we stick with the classic Street Fighter or do we go with a more modern look on a 1990s bike? To me, I'm swaying towards the classic look, but let us know in the comments. Old school, new school. Let us know. Now, also moving on, when we picked this bike up, it was in bits. As you can see, these are the bits we've got. Hundreds and hundreds of bits. It was completely stripped. We was informed there's absolutely no pistons to the bike, so that is something we're going to have a look at. However, things I did find, we have brand new piston rings. We just need the pistons. We've got brand new big end shells, etc. So we've got some new parts. Also with the new parts, a brand new rocker cover gasket, and we had a bit of a cheeky result here. Although the packaging's old, it's a brand new top end rebuild kit. Head gaskets, exhaust gaskets, etc. So we've got a bit of money saving there. Going through the parts then, as you've just seen, they're all dirty. This bike was clearly stripped. Everything was chucked in here. There was no engineering hygiene thought about, unfortunately. So everything will need taking out, cleaning up, re-lubricating, bearings checked, etc. But it's something we can get the kids, students doing, get them involved in, and I think they'll enjoy it. Well, certainly the ones that have showed an interest in the bike.
That's quite a few of them, isn't it?
There is, I'd say, a good third of the students want to get involved with the bike. Several have offered to buy it off us once it's complete. I've had to decline them. I do have to point out, you might be 16, but you're not allowed to ride an 1100 just yet, lads. But it's good. I'm glad there's an enthusiasm for the bike. Did question it when we picked it up. I know a lot of students wanted to come here, be a car mechanic. They see the bike and they're like, oh, actually, do you know what? I want to work on a bike. I want to be a bike mechanic. They're getting interested. They're sticking their nose in next door where the Colchester Kawasaki is, and they're having a look around the bikes there as well. So yeah, we're quite excited. There's going to be a good amount of enthusiasm on the bike rather than just, oh, I don't really want to work on this.
Well, I think they're really going to enjoy working on it.
I think so too. So moving across to the bike then, as you can see, they've been busy, reassembled the engine case and gearbox. That is completely empty inside, but we wanted to build it up so we can get a picture of what the bike should look like. They seemed quite shocked when I just picked it up. Like I say, it's just an empty aluminium casing. They saw it as one big unit and thought it had the internals in. It was quite funny.
It's good though to teach them the reasons why we dry build a bike as well, or any vehicle, any project vehicle.
That's right. This gives us an idea of, one, what it looks like, two, where the wiring loom was supposed to route. I pulled this out of those boxes and it was like, what does it go? Here, here, here. Now I can see, I've got a picture in my head where the wiring loom goes, where the alternator is, where the starter motor is. This now gives us a fighting chance to reassemble it. Coming onto the back then, obviously it's got the rear lights, and then we've had the wheel off. Now the reason for taking the wheel off, well, part of their curriculum is wheel removal and refitting. So they've done it 1,000 times on the car. Well, let's have a go on the bike. Let's see how you get on with the bike. They absolutely nailed it. No problems whatsoever. The enthusiasm there, just to take a wheel off a bike because they've never done it before, was unreal. They've had the petrol tank on and off a few thousand times as well. They have this habit of, you say, take the petrol tank off and let's have a look at the carburettors, which are temporarily fitted. So they took it off, we spoke about the carburettors, I then had to assist another student, I come back, the petrol tank's back on. He goes, well, I thought, put it back on. I'm like, okay, mate, we've got to take it off again because we haven't finished the carburettor lesson. But he really enjoyed himself. It was good. Moving up to the front end then, going for the Street Fighter look. So now we're looking at, here are the original clocks, which would have sat approximately here and mounted in the fairing. As you can see, there's nothing there to mount them to now, so do we go with, let's fabricate some brackets and have a little shield, but I'm not too much of a fan on that. Or what I'm leaning toward, and I think someone had this idea previous, get a small digital display, we can then mount that there, hide that behind the lamps, or the single. It just more of a modern Street Fighter look rather than a big set of clocks poking out.
Definitely would look cleaner that way.
I believe so. So again, it's an investment, so it's going to be a long term coming that, but we can still work on fixing this, making up some bracketry, maybe getting some aluminium blocks rather than just a bit of steel.
What do you reckon, Ollie? Big clocks? Big clocks or little clocks?
Little.
Little clocks, I think that's the way to go, really.
Ollie has spoken. This is the way.
This is the way. Little clocks it is then. Nice little digital display there. I think that's the correct route to go with this bike. So lastly then, just wanted to point out, we've got the Eastern bars and the Renthal risers. These were previously fitted on the bike, but what a great upgrade. Really looking forward to getting this eventually on the road. So that's it then from me this week. So it's goodbye from Abe behind the camera.
See ya!
It's a goodbye from me and a goodbye from Ollie.
Goodbye.
See you next week.